Okay, Mobius's lab. The entrance we already seen, I believe, is down here.
Fighting over.
Am I in combat? Now, I don't want to fight these guys because they're really annoying and I don't believe I have enough ammo. So, I'm going to sneak in with a stealth boy. It doesn't look like there's any there. I can't see any. Right? There must be. Right, let's just see if we can get a bit closer, just in case there isn't any. Any scorpions? They were all like spawned in that tunnel before, right? When I came through the other tunnel? Train tunnel? It's empty. Where have they gone? No way, they're in here still, right? Surely. Because those fuckers still hang around outside my door, right? Back at base? But these guys have gone? Okay. Uh-oh. I'm hidden. Well, I'm glad I took my mini nuke launcher. I can only fire one. What does he say? I guess that's just him reviving the Scorpion, right? This mini nuke is, I believe, my other big bomb, right? Because I only used one on the boat flyer. I do have some others, but they do something else. I can't remember what. I don't want to fire another one. Hopefully, I can finish him off with something else. Hopefully, this might hurt me. Look how close I am. Okay. I mean, maybe I do need to fire another because this isn't really doing anything, is it? Okay. Timed one. I don't want timed because he can kill me probably, right? I guess if I use VATS again, it should be fine. As long as I don't kill myself. That's not a high chance though, is it? Is it? Oh, don't miss. I'm aiming for the tower. Oh, that's perfect. Please don't kill me. Big explosion. Please don't kill me. It still didn't kill him. That still didn't kill him. Okay, just try this. I've not actually used this. Okay. Right. Disable. I could have disabled it somehow. Could I? Is it? Oh, there's that perk, right? You can sneak up behind it, I guess, and turn it off. Or is there something in here? Let's do melee. Weren't much of a boss fight though, right? Well, I mean, that's what the mini nukes are for. I only have a limited amount of them. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This perk, I don't have it. I should take it. I do 25% damage to any robot, and I can also turn them off or deactivate them by sneaking up behind them. I mean, maybe it's too late now for this DLC to choose that, right? But better late than never. I don't know what is ahead in this place, if there is more shit. Like this terminal, drone control, maybe I could have turned it off. Oh no, these are test logs, are they, for the giant Scorpion? The Saturnite armor plating on the giant Scorpion has exceeded expectations. Mostly. Obviously didn't do well against my mini nuke, did it? While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, the sonic emitter that Persons brought in managed to fire several of the prototype subsystems. I could have used that shitty pistol. Would that have done it as well, would it? We'll have to look into improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. I don't think I had the EMP on it anyway, right? On the mod. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Well, we didn't get a chance to fire off his laser, did it? Didn't get a chance to do anything. Okay, target drone effectiveness log. What does this mean? The constant improvements to the giant Scorpion has rendered the Protectron models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, they're little more than distractions. Protectron models. I mean, yeah, they're pretty shit compared to the Scorpions. Right, so I couldn't turn it off by that computer. So I guess maybe it did mean by like using that perk, right? If I snuck up behind it and shut it down. Okay. Where do I want to be going? There's more stuff up here. Okay. There's another terminal in there. This place is on fire. Inside. I do need to be grabbing something from here as well, right, for the jukebox.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
Neither. We talked about this before. Don't care about your crushes. Power regulation terminal. Backup generator log. The new atomic laser is putting an incredible strain on the giant Scorpion's generator. The damn thing shut right down in the middle of weapons testing last week. I pushed for reducing the laser's output by 25%. Instead, they slapped a backup generator onto the Scorpion. Dangerous, if you ask me. The systems were designed to handle the power from 2 systems at once. If some rookie tech fires up the backup generator too early, well... Huh? They put a backup generator on the back of him? Well, that doesn't matter, right? It's dead. I'm a bit concerned why there is like other sort of like doors on the floor here. If I go into that room, are they going to spawn more shit? Are they? I feel like they are. Where do I go? Down here? Like, really? Please don't. Maybe I should crouch? Can I loot this thing? Energy cells, another layer. No, I don't want any of that stuff. I mean, I guess I can take energy cells, even though it's pretty shit for me. Oh, these are the protectrons. I gotcha. Okay.
Move along.
I need your ammo.
Please.
Oh god, I don't want energy cells though. Please. Because that gives me... It's for the shit gun. That does nothing. Can I have better? That's maybe... Is that better? Does that go in my shotgun, maybe? Emergency shutdown terminal. Oh, right. Is that how you can turn it down? Einstein 314. It'll take weeks to get the prototype functional if we ever have to initiate the emergency shutdown procedure. But it's better than destroying the thing outright. Yeah. Okay. Where is this thing for the jukebox? Is that... That seems like it's through the same door. Okay. So this place is called a Robo-Warfare facility. There are turrets up there. Are they activated? Where do I need to go exactly? It looks like there are stairs that side. I'll go to stairs this side. I don't know if they're on. But it definitely feels like this is going to be like a big boss area, right? Is there going to be more things spawning? Layer. I'll take the ammo. Thank you. Like, look how much fucking ammo I have in this shitty little pistol. Don't understand why they didn't just make this gun stronger if you're just left with this for most of the time, you know? I wish I came to this place with a gun that was really good with E-cells because I have so much fucking ammo for it. Mobius's Robo-Scorpion, an audio sample. You have found a recalibration file for the sonic emitter. Okay, this was the thing for the jukebox. Is there more, or is that it? Is there more? No? I mean, there's no marker, right? Maybe? Maybe that's it? I just have to go back and do it? Okay. I mean, I probably don't even need to do that. I mean, I can see what it does. Alright. Find samples for the biological research station. Is that the thing that grows plants, right, and stuff? Okay, so there were more things that I haven't got from a couple of places here. Right. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I can be asked. I mean, I guess maybe I will, seeing as I've pretty much done everything. Right, we'll see what happens once we leave this place, see what's in here. It seems a bit silly not to do it, right, if I've done everything already, pretty much. It's just like, you know, what am I going to get out of it if I upgrade the biological research thing? You know, it can give me more plants. Because you can come back to this place, right? Once you've finished, unlike the other DLCs. For like crafting mats and stuff. But I don't care about that. That's not how I play. I don't care about shit like that.
Pip-Boy lights on.
Are these things on or not? Yeah? Are they good or bad? Are you good? Okay, maybe they're not bad. Is there a reason why I'd want to leave them on? Maybe you can turn them on to kill the Robo-Scorpion. Like, maybe this is just meant to be a big battle room, right? And I just, like, I breeze past it. Emergency shutdown terminal.
We're all lit up.
I guess
Is it
maybe...
Christmas?
Shut up. Shut up. I hate how you interrupt me. This is probably where I put that thing in, right? Per instructions from the higher-ups, after that one time the giant Robo-Scorpion's attack routine malfunctioned, we've installed an emergency shutdown procedure. Let's hope we never have to use it. The prototype systems will all be fried, and we won't be up and running again for weeks. The military is expecting delivery of a battle-ready model within 6 months, and the project has already had enough delays. Yeah, it's just telling you can shut it down, right? I killed it. I blew it up. Let's just see what's up this side as well. Like, what the hell is this? A camera? Why is there a camera there? Did someone come in here, try and take pictures, and they were killed? Hello? Nope. I mean, I guess I should take that when I start running out of things. Ah! Overweight. It's just bottle caps, wasn't it? What did I pick up? This is where I miss my power armor, because I'm down like 10 weight, right? So I don't have the +1 strength. Can't wait to return to the Mojave and I'll grab my special fancy one, right, that Arcade Gan gave me. What is on here? Turret control system? Yeah, so I mean, I guess I could have turned them on, right, to help me destroy the thing. This whole room is just based on this boss fight, which I did in like 10 seconds. Yeah, you can see, look, I mean, do you want to kill his corpse, guys? No? And that's why they have, like, no health, right? Because they would be too powerful, obviously, with full health, right? I love how I don't know why they're jittering like that, but it makes them look cute and nervous. Okay, let's go through the door. Hopefully Mobius is just like right on the other side. Like if he's put out his big pet scorpion here, surely he doesn't have any other smaller ones between here and there, right? Okay. The Forbidden Zone Dome. Yeah, it should be in here.
Pit Boy lights on.
What is that? Is that him? Is that him? Is it? I thought it'd be in a jar, right? Like the others. No? There he is. Wait, what's up there then? What is that? What is that? Maybe it's just a... Is it just a... It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just not a piece of equipment. Okay. Yo! You must know I'm here, surely. Did you not hear the noises next door? Hello?
Hmm? Yo! Hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Will you allow me just to go collect my brain, will you? You're not very hostile. Why don't you surrender? Or maybe I'll just continue talking to him, right, and still going straight into surrender. Is that better? Can you see me now?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
You giving me a polo? I'll save it for later. Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I found your place, right, in Higgs's village. There was that one house that had loads of mentats everywhere, which is probably your room. You don't seem so sort of evil scientist thing, person, whatever you are now, whilst you're in front of me, compared to the screen you popped up in when I was in the think tank. You just seem a bit cray-cray. I feel kind of sorry for you. Look how battered you are. You know, you're not looking after yourself very well, are you? You wasn't what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Just more evil, I guess. I mean, like, should I kill you? I mean, you did send out robots to try and kill me, but you seem so hopeless now you're in front of me. I feel kind of bad. Can you just give me back my brain? Why did you steal my brain? Okay. Did you steal it? Didn't it just end up in your lap? Someone flushed it down the toilet, didn't they?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Are you not going to give back my brain? If you don't, then I will have to kill you. I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
What? My brain has become independent. I leveled up again, that's quick. Okay. Is there anything else I can talk to you about? You're very interesting.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
Like, you just seem a bit crazy. The other guys in the other place came across as very high and mighty, right? You're not giving me that vibe at the moment. Yeah, can I repair your monitor? Oh, I can't fix your monitor. But if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that. Do you want me to help you?
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Okay. Yeah, why are you broadcasting threats to the think tank? Because you don't seem aggressive.
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Okay, so that's why I feel sorry for you, I guess. It's because you're a complete mess. Right. Sure. Was there any other options there to talk to you about?
I find things...
The Robo-Scorpions? Yeah, can you tell me about... Why are you sending them to kill me?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Maybe don't mix those things together. That sounds revolting. Did you do those things to keep the think tank occupied? Build the scorpions and the threat making?
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, con-science? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
You don't want them leaving? It sounds like you've forgotten your master plan. I'm surprised you can even remember your own name. Can you remember it? Have you said your own name to me?
This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
Right, I didn't realise. These names are all new names. You reprogrammed their names as part of recursion loop. You did this to trap their processors. I'm confused. What's going on here?
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Why did you trap them? You said something about losing conscience, right? You want them to keep them here, otherwise, what if they leave? Do you lose conscience? Is that right?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. Probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan B's in case the A's fail.
Right. So the perimeter of those radar dishes were built for the think tank. I thought they were built to like keep their experiments from escaping, like me, right? But it's actually for them. All the names are infinity loops. I mean, yeah, 0 is a circle and 8 is the infinity sign. But Klein and Mobius, why do they mean loops? Why do they mean loops? My character's smarter than I am. I don't have an intelligence of 7.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional.
That's ironic, right? That those guys got lobotomized, seeing as they did that to me and many other people. It makes sense, right, now, why those guys are also like in fantasy land, right? And that this guy is so much more grounded, even though he's like lost it a bit. I can outsmart him apparently because I know a knowledge of snakes devouring their own tails. They're called Ouroboros and not Ouroboros. I mean, that sounds the same to me.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
If you lobotomized them, why do you need to terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
But there were other visitors, right? Christine was here? I'm not sure they talked to Christine, but they talked to Elijah and the other courier, right? Why am I so different?
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
Oh, my wound from Benny being shot in the head. The wrinkle is from the bullet.
Yes, very good. I should have mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
What then? What? What happens then? What happens when they leave? So is he saying they can put their brains in another person? Like a person body? Is that what he's saying? Because of the technology they learn from my brain? Klein said that the think tank had the idea to get the 3 technologies after your broadcast. The things I went out and got, right? Is that a coincidence? Did you want them to get that?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
Very clever. Very clever. The problem is, I don't have them all on me. I left the antenna back at the place because it's too heavy. I guess it's just going to pretend I have it, I guess. Did you transmit any other data in your broadcasts?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
Okay, so that's why Klein was so confused, right, about all the things that brought him and not knowing what to do with them. It's because it wasn't his idea. Okay. What is the purpose of this tech?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Okay. But like I said, I haven't got the antenna on me. I hope that's not a problem. The think tank, as well as the items though, surely they downloaded the schematics. I sent them some, right? Just research stuff. Like, what was the point of the Night Stalker stuff that I found out and things that I sent them? I think they can rebuild this stuff if they wanted.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
That's it? all that stuff that just happened, he said, oh well, it's a failure. That was an oversight, I didn't think about that. Okay. Is there more things I can talk about?
Yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you have all the answers, apparently, didn't you? Okay, that's it. I'm not going to kill you.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Sure. Right, more melee. Cool. There's only one level I've got left, right? So does that mean I can't max everything out? I mean, that's fine, I guess. I'd be able to pretty much get melee, and survival and unarmed doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. Okay, maybe I should take this. Hit the deck. Your extensive familiarity with explosives allows you to ignore a portion of their damage. Your damage threshold is increased by 25 against any and all explosives. Considering I keep hitting myself with my mini nukes, let's just take that. Right, where the fuck is my brain? Okay, that's my brain there. Well, that is the thing I was thinking, brain tank. Right, so my brain, is he gonna come back in my body? What else is here? What is this place exactly? It's just the dome that I'm already in. Like the one in the think tank. It's pretty much exactly similar, right? Okay, brain, get... Oh, what? What the fuck? Hello? Get back in my head.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Are you my brain? I mean, come on, we know, surely. We know this must be our brain.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to a cookie. Why are you being such a dick? You're meant to be me.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote, as if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Hang on, you're blaming me for this stuff? You're the one in charge. You're my brain. You're the one responsible.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, those urges to hurt people, to take and crush and maim, do you know where they come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
I'm confused. You control everything though, right? Yeah, you're the source of most of those glands. Unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame. Is it my throat? Is it my throat? Are they to blame?
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Oh, come on. You like it, come on. You know you do. You know you do. Going through all those vaults, exploring all those radioactive water and sugar bombs we've eaten. You love it. Admit it.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Don't you want to be reunited? Come on. Surely you'd be more happy in a body that can move around rather than a floating jar. Come on, don't be like these guys. Why do you want to be like these guys? Get back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
We're a guy, not a girl. We can urinate wherever we want. You're only looking at the negatives. What about the positives, right? Freedom, for example. Being able to go wherever you want. Women. No more needed to be said about that. What else? Oh yeah, we've also got the strip, right? To look forward to. We're going to be the boss of everyone. Don't you want that? Get to be in charge of people? Boss people around? That's got to be the most motivation, surely. Yeah, the good things. What did I miss? Crushing those who oppose you. Yep, that's a good one. The smell of fire. Not so much. Loot. Yes, good thing.
All motivated by nothing but an imbalance in certain brain chemicals. The tank corrects for that. I feel no urge toward antisocial behavior.
That's rather boring, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it just as true that you are only feeling this way because you are lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Indeed. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you think. Why can't I think the way he thinks? I feel like I'm outsmarting him, aren't I? I feel like there's more negatives about being a brain in a jar.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
By smashing open the glass and just shoving you back in my head. I think we have to trust each other. And acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're both separated. You complete me, brain.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
Improved? Like we weren't already synergized? So what do you say, brain? Join me for more wild adventures? Yes?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision.
Yes.
Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here.
Oh.
We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Okay. I thought you were going to send me out to get more things. Yeah, that's true. They did promise to put us back together when I did the things they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Yeah, Mobius did say that, didn't he? I know you don't want to let that happen though, right? Any more than I do. I'm not sure why that persuades him.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
I don't know. I don't have plans. I don't plan. I fly by the seat of my pants. I just do, right? And if it doesn't work, then I just try something else. Trial and error is basically what I do. I don't plan things out. So I reckon we just go there and just, you know, wing it. They pacified my head though, right? Maybe that will change if I have a brain in my head. We can just kill them. They're defenseless. Just get in my head and we'll figure out. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Good. Okay. Brain retrieved. Confront the client and the scientists. And guys, use the sync of the autodock to retrieve your original hut. And all the other things. Oh yeah, I forgot. What is this? Is that meant to be like that? So weird. I forgot it gives you like, the implants give you stats, right? It doesn't matter though. I don't think they really did too much, did they? Seeing as I'm already like so maxed out, I've forgotten. Like, I did get one for my brain, right, which I guess is gone. So I guess maybe that's the benefit of leaving it behind. But I didn't think you could leave without your brain. Like, could I have just left him here? What are they called? Is it Heartless is one, right? Yeah. So I got these stats, right? Increased resistance to poison, or can't be poisoned. Cannot be poisoned. Yeah, all this stuff here. Regulating bleeding. I guess I would lose by getting my heart back in. So I mean, I guess it's worse, really, isn't it? This thing, yeah, it's this thing. Brainless. Your brain has been replaced with advanced tech. Your head can no longer be crippled, and is resistant to chem. I mean, I suppose that's better than having a brain, I guess. But I still have it, even though my brain is in my head, right? Or is it just in my pocket? I guess it isn't in my brain. Yeah, right. I need to go to the autodock, right? Is my brain in like MISC? Oh, here it is. Your brain. Yeah. I guess so I'm gonna lose those things, right? I think the spine one was most helpful, right? So give me strength. What was that called? Was it spineless? I feel like it was called spineless or something. Yeah. Your spine has been replaced with advanced tech. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold. That's probably the most interesting. So, could I keep all these things if I wanted then? Like, I could have had the option of leaving my brain here. I had the impression I couldn't leave without it. Was that not correct this whole time? Like, the option would be to leave it here, is it? If I wanted to? But, I mean, I don't think I would do that in real life. You know, even if I got, like, cyber upgrades that didn't prolong my life, but just gave me a couple of extra buffs, I think I'd rather my real organs in my body rather than being in a jar somewhere. No? Am I alone in that? I think it's different, right? If you like had an arm replaced with like a cyborg arm compared to your organs, I feel like organs are important. I guess maybe they're more fragile, right, than having these things. I guess. I don't know. I think it's probably one of those things where you just feel overly attached to them, right? Because they're yours. The same vein as in, like, you know, I don't want to give my organs to someone else when I die, but I know that is the best thing to do, you know, because I'm not going to use them, but I still want to keep them because they're mine. But, I mean, I believe I am an organ donor. I think that changed in the UK. You have to, like, opt out of it rather than to opt in. That's actually something I should look at, because I should really be one, if my organs are okay. Being an ex-smoker, I don't know if you can give your lungs. Did smoke for about 5 odd years between the ages of a young adult and a late teenager because I was an absolute idiot, thinking I was cool. They do get better eventually over time, especially the amount I did smoke wasn't a chain smoker, you know. But of course, it's still going to be worse than someone who never has smoked. There's loads of mentats in all these rooms, and although I have had a drink, no, I don't really drink anymore. But I used to drink a fair bit, again around the same ages. Going to the pub, you know, drinking like a whole share you cocktail thing for yourself. And Weatherspoons, whatever they're called. Fucking Godfathers, not just one, you know, multiple in an evening. Drinking a whole bottle of Jack Daniels, you know, those things aren't that great for you. But again, it can't be too bad now. I don't think. I don't know what the rules are if you can give those things away still when you die, you know? I mean, you would hope that I wouldn't die for a long time. And by the time I do die, they would be okay, I guess. Okay, time to go back and confront the think tank with my organs after I've repaired them and how to leave, I guess. And also grab these couple of things outside. Might as well, right? I can just fly to these things, I guess, and just pick them up because they're just outside hovering around somewhere. Running kind of low on my jetpack fuel. I did already kill...
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I have another there. I killed the plants on this side already, so it's no problem. Ooh. Grab that.
Fighting over.
Okay. I actually managed to turn my jetpack off, did I? Without going into the menu. How did I do that?
Uh-oh.
But there is shit over here still. Okay. Ooh. Got a lot of ammo for this. When did I get all the ammo for this? I don't remember that. Oh fuck, I forgot. Like why? Why? Why do that? Okay. Seeds. Is that it? Banana, yucca fruit? Now what? Now what do I do? Go home? Find samples? Yeah. Let's see what happens then, I guess, with that. Because I need to go back to this bit anyway, right? So I can install my brain and my heart and my spine. Hello. Oh yeah, and also need to do that as well, right? Jukebox, I got an upgrade for my gun. See what happens with that. Hello.
You got some plans for me, don't you? Yeah, I can smell it all over you.
You want me to give you my seed? It does look like you've already grown some of my seed. My previous seed I deposited into you. Guess that's what this means, is it? Open your port and receive my seed.
Ah, yeah.
Yep. Process? Is that what you wanted me to do? Is that it? Did it do both? Did all of them, right? I think so. I can pick this rock flower. So I guess this is just so you can keep coming back here to get more stuff from plants, right? Did you do all of the seeds or just one seed packet?
Well, hello.
Yep. I'd like to process some plants.
I love it when you talk like that. Let me just get that interface up and running for you.
Right, yeah, I did. Okay. That's done. And yeah, the jukebox. What did I get again? I think it was like a special upgrade from the big Robo-Scorpion, yeah, to modify the sonic emitter. And that's the only other upgrade thing I have. It's not really important to me anymore, to be honest, but I'll see what it does. What have I got in a moment? I've forgotten. The tarantula one, right? Does how much damage? Like, because I'm gonna take this gun with me, I guess, even if it is garbage. 75. Hello?
What's the haps?
What's the haps? What's the haps? Yep. What does it do?
Right on.
Yeah, this one. Robo-Scorpion does what? It's better by 10 DPS. Okay. It causes an explosion on a critical strike, and it does bonus damage versus robots and power armor. Alright. Okay. And that's it, right? Now we go talk to the dudes. I guess after I put my brain and stuff in, that quest has been completed, yeah. Old World Blues. Use the sync autodoc to retrieve your original spine and my heart. And I guess he'll put my brain in as well, will he?
You require some addition.
Please put my organs back in my body.
Right.
Swap body parts. Select organ to replace. Associated perks will be replaced as well. Yeah, so I do lose the perks, but that's fine. Give me back my organs. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced tech still remains. Okay, so I don't lose the perks. You are less resistant to poison, 50%. Okay, it's not as good, right? Because I was immune to poison. And robots are somewhat confused by you, 25% less likely to score a critical hit. But on the bright side, healing items are twice as effective, 50%. That wasn't what it was before, was it? I think it was auto regen, right? So I still get some benefits, which is good. Like I said before, I'm kind of attached to my organs. I want them in my body, not in a jar.
You require some additional.
Even if it is worse. Okay, and the spine? You have lost the spineless perk. Your spine is back in your body, but some advanced tech still remains. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold have doubled by 2. That's better. I prefer that. I prefer that. So it's still, it is 1, right? Without my spine. But I couldn't be crippled, but that doesn't bother me. I prefer to have the extra strength and damage threshold. Nice. Okay, I'm over encumbered because I have my spine back in my body. What? No, was it just because I had none? Okay, for that moment in time. And my brain? Have I still got my brain in my pocket? Your brain. How do I put my brain in my head? Does that happen after I confront Klein then, does it? Can you put my brain in? Now? That I did the other 2? No. Okay, I guess I have to talk to the assholes first, okay. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Well, I think I'm as prepared as I can be. They are all standing there waiting for me, like at the beginning of the game. I mean, maybe I can just talk through this. And don't have to fight them. Hello. I mean, how would you be able to fight me anyway? Like, you guys have no guns.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Nope. I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Extract it from my pocket? It's not in my head, is it? I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
I mean, that's like one reason just to let these guys stay here, right? We don't want these guys back in Mojave. Fucking everything up even further than what they have already. Wait, what? I can lie to him? You think I am the lobotomite? No. My skull houses the brain of Mobius. I killed him and shoved his brain in my head. No. No, this is saying what they want to do, right? They're saying they want to put their brains into my body. So I'm lying to them to say that Mobius has done that himself. So I'm no longer myself. I am Mobius. I've extracted my brain, or Mobius's brain, getting confusing, from his head and now into me. Right. I'm Mobius, basically.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Nothing is unpossible for science. Mesons? What does that mean? Lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me. Not quite sure what that means. I will allow him to do this for myself. Allow him to go? I thought I wanted him to stay.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Okay. So I've convinced them to stay. They think I'm Mobius, so they'll leave me alone. For what? So I can just leave at the door with my brain in my pocket? Because it still is in my pocket. It's not in my head. Right. Where exactly do I want to go? Which way? Big Mountain?
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the most powerful minds of the 23rd century. The courier who had been brought to the Big Empty became its new overlord, using its facilities ruthlessly and decisively when needed.
Right.
Sometimes, science is more than a quest for discovery. It is a weapon to be used in the service of one with the strength to understand it.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken.
Were you?
Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden.
Denied!
So that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours.
You must take my seed. Only.
The garden sent back a polite refusal. saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
What a shame.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip.
I've not given you anything.
It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
We get an ending
The
for
light
every
switches
appliance.
continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The thing continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. It learned several new murderous techniques from the courier, and built a blood shrine to itself in the cuckoo's nest. The cave floor was soon filled with the horror of 100 gutted toasters, a silent, grisly, unplugged audience. Their purpose? To toast bread, unfulfilled.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
Hold on.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements.
Wasn't a fan of that.
Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit.
Right.
Until it could upgrade it.
Wouldn't have done that if I didn't repeat it, right?
It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand.
What the fuck?
So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ.
Repcon
And set
HQ.
up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be.
Including my brain?
After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier.
Damn right.
And if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
Damn right.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
The Big Empty lived up to its name. A hollow crater of failures of a past era. A last sad statement of the old world. In the time following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Old World Blues became more than a catchphrase.
It became a reality, a withering form of nostalgia for times long past.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, it was all this and more. Old world blues, new world misery. The two became one in the courier's shadow.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one.
I don't need to. I've done it.
The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Lonesome Road. That's the only DLC left. I guess that's what that's hinting at. You have lost the brainless perk. So is my brain back in my head? Is it? You've gained the big brained perk. Yes, it's back in my body. Your head still cannot be crippled. Okay, but you're only 10% more resistant to addiction. That's fine. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 1. Or improved by 10% with a minimum of 1. Okay. Okay, cool. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave and the Big Empty. Yep, to return it, simply equip it as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and you will go away. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat. Yeah, sure, just quick travel, right? Sure. Woo! And I leveled up as well. Dice. This is max level, I think, level 50, right? Get melee up to 100? Wait, hang on. I get more than 15 points, do I? I get 16. Oh, that's lucky. Is that right? I thought you had 15 to spend. Okay, cool. Then, you know, survival and unarmed I don't use, so, you know, fuck those things. I can reset my karma back to 0. Do I care about that? Why would I want to do that? I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? I know I'm evil, but like, why would I want to reset it? I mean, the karma's bullshit, because to me, I'm not evil, but I guess many people would class me as evil, right? I think it's like a perception thing, depending on who you are. Like, I see myself as the good guy, whereas I'm sure loads of people see me as the bad guy, coming into their house, stealing all their shit, killing innocent people and children, just because I found them annoying. So, I mean, the only thing I get out of this is I regenerate AP faster, though. That's just good. The attack speed's increased by 20%. I'm not melee. I don't use melee too much, really. It doesn't matter that much. I'm immune to crits. I mean, those things are good, though. Those things are good. I'm tempted to take it. I'm not getting any benefit from being evil, right? So, I think that's better. I will take this. I think there wasn't another level 50. No. I'll take that. You've gained karma. I mean, it'll go back down. You know, if I continue playing this, you know, through Lonesome Road still, it should go down. Well, I was playing that anyway. So, it won't stay neutral for long. Are we all happy? Are we? Wait. Yeah, nothing here. Who's making all that noise? Is it you? Shut up! Okay, cool. I need to...
Who do you think is cuter?
grab
Dr.
my
Klein or Dr.
things
Boris?
right before I leave. Like always, need to do a little bit of juggling at the end of the DLC with my junk. But cool. I definitely think this is the best out of the ones I've played so far. There was some annoyance with it in regards to ammo. That was the most frustrating thing. Was the ammo situation. There wasn't enough of it. But I mean, again, maybe, you know, that's because I don't need to kill everything I encounter. I do like to just kill everything I encounter. Maybe I don't need to. And I also don't craft shit. Do I craft ammo and stuff? So again, could be a reason. But I don't know. I still feel like it didn't give you enough. This is all I can take at the moment. I'll have to do what I do and just keep going backwards and forwards. But yeah, thanks for sticking with this DLC. I love the characters in this. They were great. These guys were cool. I liked them a lot. Mobius was cool. The world, the map was cool. I liked the exploration side of it. Good places to explore. There were some places I thought were underutilized. Some of them, there wasn't stuff there, and I think maybe the quest could have utilized them more. Because I didn't like being able to keep going through this place all the time. You know, repeatable quests. Just spread it out a little bit. Like, what was the point of that? I didn't like that. That kind of sucked. I don't like repeatable quests, especially when there's like other things here to do. You know. But yeah, other than that, I really enjoyed it. I loved the diverse amount of enemies you could find, right? As well as some similar ones. I liked the crazy experiments of splicing things together. I liked how it linked Dead Money. That was great. Like Elijah and Christine was here, and it sounds like the courier, right, is also going to be present in the next DLC in Lonesome Road. So I liked how that linked that together as well. That's kind of cool. It kind of really sort of makes Honest Hearts look so bad, really, that has no link right between the game at all, other than the Burning Man, right, which I feel like was just a waste, underutilized. But yeah, definitely my favourite DLC. This one. If what did I say the scores were? I said like Honest Hearts was a 5. I said Dead Money changed from a 6 to a 6.5, right? I keep increasing that as time goes on. Tempted to increase it again to a 7. It's one of those things that as time has gone by and my frustrations has gone, it's like improving on me, especially how this one is linked to it as well. I think that's probably helped it, to push it to a 7, I think. And I think this is an 8. I think this complements the main game really quite well, I think. Links together with the Mojave, great. Like, even if you haven't played the other DLCs, right, how it's saying about all Dr. Boris's experiments and things, right? Like Cazadors and Night Stalkers and shit that were created here and somehow got into the Mojave. That was really cool. I definitely recommend this DLC a lot. But yeah, that's the last DLC to play, so please stick with me with Lonesome Road. If you enjoyed me playing Old World Blues and all the other DLCs in the main game, and I hope you have, if you're watching this and you have watched all those things, don't miss out with the last DLC. You know, I've come this far through all this playthrough. Don't leave now. And thank you, most of all, for watching. I will see you in Lonesome Road, which we already found the entrance to, right? Before. It's by Prim, where all the doggos were. So that's where we'll be heading next. Bye-bye!
Stay classy, New Vegas.